All right. Yeah, I'm Daniel, and I write. I got a little text. Let's see how this goes. Drinking is a young man's game. And I'm no longer a young man. Not really, at least. As a youngster, you squeeze right through it all, unscathed. You get hammered. You go outrageous. You misbehave. You make a fool of yourself. The next day, you call it a great night. You were such a vibe, man. You slouch through the city. You eat a slice of cheap, greasy pizza. You find yourself a library, a cafe, a park, or a changing room in an apartment store to nap it off in. People look at you weird, maybe. You laugh it off. Might even, in fact, get you off. Why? Because you're young. You're good looking, and you're in love with yourself. You're not a hobo, not a loser, not a fuck-up. You're a baller, a player, a rebel, a rock and roller. You wake up, you step outside, light yourself a cigarette. You're already looking forward to the next party, the next drink. Where's the party at tonight? A friend called. There's a concert. There will be girls. Money? Pfft. I get by on looks and charm. Who needs money? Post-booze anxiety? Neuroses? Try post-booze excitement. And then the seasons change. Again, and again, and again, and again. In this city, you can convince yourself you're still young for quite some time. Shit. I can do it. Thanks. In this city, you can convince yourself you're still young for quite some time, but sooner or later, at one point, inevitably, you wake up and you realize there's new young people now. And you don't look like them, no matter how much you like to tell yourself you do. They didn't look at you the way they used to, or they don't look at you at all. Hold on, fuck, what is this shit? There's new young people now, and you don't look like them, no matter how much you like to tell yourself you do. They don't look at you the way they used to. Maybe they don't look at you at all, which is really bad, and then it hits you. You're not young anymore. The mischievous smirk, trickster shenanigans, and smug how much is the world attitude with which you so carelessly bawl through the days and nights, not only getting away with it, but more often than not, being celebrated, rewarded for it with, let's say, wet vagina, doesn't fly anymore. Your peers no longer think it's cool. The new young people, certainly in the case of Gen Z, definitely don't think it's cool. And by extension, social animal and all. And this is the worst part, you yourself no longer think it's cool. In your late 20s, you were a player. In your late 30s, you're an alcoholic. Can't repeat the past, old sport. But of course you can. We all know how that story goes. All young people are narcissists, simply by virtue of being young people. It's the name of the game. It's the way it should be. It has to be that way. And if you haven't moved on, if you, in your mighty arrogance, thought you could stop the world, you're fucked. It's their turn now to be self-indulgent revolutionaries. And the Abiturienten girl in the bakery next to you looks at you, all fresh and pretty, while you're thinking with your heavy, weary, hungover ass is, don't be a creep. Quippy one-liners, delivered with ease and charm and exuberance, forget it. Just buy yourself that fucking Käsebrötchen. And hope you don't pass out before, during, or after eating it because of all the booze and coke you did last night by yourself in your own goddamn apartment. Then get fresh air. Walk around, walk it off until the hangover clears. Then have a beer. Not because there's a party or because it's fun, but because you have to. And if you drink enough, you might just dance to your own apartment again that night in that sweet, mindless intoxication bliss. So, another hangover that didn't feel like a hangover anymore. Serbian beans canned soup and cheese brötchen breakfast at 3:12 p.m., a hash cigarette with homeopathic dosage. I took her panties off and kissed and smooched and inhaled her unwashed girl parts. Then I penetrated her, rock hard, in slow motion. We made love, missionary. I kissed and cuddled her. 3 days or more the cutie had not showered. Her cheeks smelled of cookie and unwashed pussy. I took her socks off, the final push. Her adorable naked feet dangling in the air next to my face. I exploded inside of her before collapsing onto her flat chest. It's incredible, an ongoing source of bewilderment, just how much, in the face of all the self-evident and obvious limitation, annoyances and discomforts our physical husk can bring us, it provides us, in joint efforts with our longing, aching spirits, in equal or higher amounts, with primordial and heavenly pleasures. In the face of existential agony and death, undismayed hedonism remains the fail-safe switch for relief, at least the best I've found so far. Thank you, Jesus. I jumped right back in after, and ever since it's been the kind of bohemian chaos, beauty chaos my fellow gonzos, Fauza, Kerouac, Hunter, etc. would be proud of. The solo nightcat vampire mode, rain, empty streets, empty tram, empty bar, alone, alone, alone. Candlelight, Brian Jonestown massacre, drinks, smokes, the good shit I just took, free thoughts and an empty page, fucked and cuddled to and loved to satisfaction, for the moment being. My dick still smells like fish, and the mirror reflection still looks good. What else is there? I'll tell you what's not there, life advice. All these fucking wannabe gurus, spiritual or otherwise, nothing but late-stage capitalism, narcissistic grifters. Spare me your self-serving, self-righteous Instagram wisdom. I used to drink and party. I used to live from trauma and ego, and now I film myself speaking supposedly profound words into the camera. And here's a collage of me taking ice baths and doing breath work and meditating and doing coaching sessions and smiling in slow motion and enjoying sunsets, contrasted by getting hammered with a beer bong and partying with the boys the way I used to. And I just happened to set up a camera and film all of it. It takes one to know one. I'll take a no fucks given Bob Dylan, a wasted Tom Waits, an angry, hungover Hank Chinaski over your vain fake ass any day of the week. So, I'm not a youngster playing pretend and rock and roll anymore. The showboyship, young narcissistic hot guy game has turned real. I'm an almost 40-year-old man, a fully fleshed alcoholic, lifting his weary hungover ass out of bed day after day. Who would have thought? The rock stardom didn't come, the vices stayed. I guess I don't need to quote Tyler Durden at this point. 3 large beer, 2 double wild turkey in, my nervous system is restabilizing. Thank you.